Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on how to do the decals for the Rainbow Six Siege style smoke grenade. The first thing you're going to notice is that there is a gap between the word grenade and the line along the bottom, as I'll show here. See the gap? The actual decal itself doesn't have that gap, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut along the top of the line along there, just to split the decal into two parts to make it easier to put on, as it's almost impossible to do in one piece. But if you want to give it a go, give it a go. In the kit which I give you, you're going to get a white set of stickers, which are the actual ones. They'll be labelled on the back, along with a transfer sheet for them. And I'll also put in this set. It might be a different colour, but probably black, which will be for practicing. It's a cheaper vinyl, so it's not going to react exactly the same as the other vinyl, but it should give you a basic understanding of how to do it, as well as another transfer sheet for it. The way you're going to do this is by peeling the transfer sheet here, which I'm going to struggle with, and then you're going to place it on top by starting in the middle of the decal and making your way out, removing any air bubbles as you go, to make sure that it is a flat join between the vinyl and the transfer sheets. So as you see, I'm just going to push out any bubbles, anything between the layers itself. And then once you've done that, you can flip it over and begin peeling the decal itself. As you start peeling the decal, you may notice that it's not immediately sticking to the transfer tape. That depends on the vinyl, also the tape, but most of the time it's just not going to stick anyway. The lettering is also not going to stick directly. What you're going to do is make a straight line like I have here, and then you're going to slowly work across the decal by pressing in the letters as you go one by one. Don't go ahead on any of the lines. Take it as a straight line as possible as you can. You're just going to slowly make your way across by slowly pushing in each letter into the transfer tape, and you're just going to want to take your time here. You don't want to speed it up too fast. I'm just going to speed up the footage here so it doesn't take up too much time, but just take your time with it. And at the bottom you'll see why I'm telling you to do this in two separate pieces and not do it in one straight pull. As you can see, those numbers along the bottom have become detached and are floating around. And you can try and fix this here by I'm using my weeding tool to pick up the letters and try to realign them. You can either do this straight onto the transfer tape, or just put it onto the prop after you've placed the sticker itself on there and just line it up manually. This is how you would fix a mistake, but just try not to do it in the first place by, as I said, cutting it into two separate pieces and placing it on that way. Once you have finished with all the letters and numbers on the decal, you can pull the backing completely off, flip it over, and you can see your result. As you see here, I have most of it intact apart from this line along the bottom where the letters have free floated a little bit and gone a bit wonky. So again, I just recommend cutting it along that line and doing it in two separate pieces. Also on this decal, you may notice that there's a line along the top here, which the in-game model doesn't have, and as you can see on this grenade I also don't have it. That line is there to help line it up by using this top rim to make sure it's straight, as you can see like that. What you would do with the main decal is, because it's actually two of those together, as you'll see here, you see it's two of them, I would recommend starting in the middle, as that way you'll get the least amount of angle than if you were to start on one side. So you want to line up the top, line up the bottom, and then wrap the thing around either side like this. When it comes together, you'll see on this grenade I got here, there'll be a slight overlap. You can either cut that off if you want, or just fold it over like I have. And then that should be your grenade. You do it in two pieces, the top set with the M18 smoke grenade, and then the bottom set with the line and the little numbers at the bottom. Once you've done all of that, I would put a layer of clear coat on the top to stop any from falling off, being knocked off, scraped off, especially with them being very small letters. They don't have a lot of adhesive on them, so they may just come off, but the clear coat will keep them on there. It'll stick them to it, put a clear layer on top, and will allow it to stay on there for as long as possible. If you need any further help with the decals, then please just message me anytime on wherever you bought the item from, or any of my social media. Primarily Instagram is probably where I'm active the most, and I'll happily walk you through it, help you out if you have any questions, or if you're just unsure of whether you can do it. I'll just say, just give it a go. You never know. The one which is on that grenade here, which I'm showing you, is actually my first attempt at doing this. Vinyl can sometimes be a pain in the butt, but this was actually one of the easiest ones I've ever done. So please, if you like this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're intending to buy anything else, or just want to see what I'm doing, what I'm working on. But either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for buying the product, and I hope you enjoy it.